Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for March the 23rd. I am going to be pulling one card for each sign after I pull one card for overall energy, and we'll look and see how those energies meld together. You do want to stick around and hear about overall energy before we move on to each sign, just because I don't want to interpret overall energy 13 times on one video. That does not make sense to me. All right, so overall, what do we have? We have the Four of Cups. Okay, guys. This is something that gets me on my soapbox a lot of times. This card, Four of Cups card, is a card that talks about having a pity party. Why me? Woe is me. How come me? Why did this happen to me? Life is so rough. All of that stuff. That's all epitomized in this card. And you can kind of see it. You can kind of see it in the girl's body language. There are opportunities around, but she can't even see them. Why? Because she's not looking in that direction. She's looking at her disappointment. As long as she's looking at that disappointment, she can't see the opportunities. Okay, so that's what we have showing up here in the overall energy. I'm hoping that for every single one of us, this is somebody else in our sphere of influence, but it doesn't generally work like that. So let's see what we have going on. Aries, there's your card. Knight of Swords showing up in reverse. Aries, you've got a situation here where you thought you were standing up for something that you believe in and something that's important to you. Once you find out the real deal and the rest of the information, the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say, then you realize that you were not really saying things that were helpful. Excuse me. Standing up for that was not necessarily the best thing that you could have done. All right. And then with this overall energy, I think you're feeling sorry for yourself. Why did I fall for that? Why did I say something too soon? Why didn't I wait till more information came through? Okay. So the good news is you have free will. We all have free will. So if we don't like some energy we see on the table, we turn it around. So this basically means don't be too quick to say things that you might regret later. Take your time, breathe, give yourself some time to think things through. Give time for more information to show up before you go flying off with your words to see what all you can make yourself regret later. Okay? That's for Aries. That could happen to anybody. I'm not being prejudiced. That's just the card you got. Now, Taurus, Fool card coming up in reverse. Don't do it, man. Full card in reverse is telling me, yeah, you guys are having a pity party, all right. And I say, you guys, I'm a Taurus rising. And not only are you having a pity party, like you're even thinking, man, I really should not be having this pity party. It's not doing me any good. Oh, but it feels so good to do it that you just keep right on with it. Guys, let's not do that. We know better. We know that's not going to get us anywhere. Nay, nay, stop with the pity party. That's what we have to do. That's our mission today. Gemini, King of Cups, coming up in reverse. Geminis, you're just feeling really pessimistic about people in general, or maybe a particular relationship or romantic relationships in general. But for most of you, I feel like you're just feeling really pessimistic about people in general. You're really kind of having a pity party on how things have turned out lately, and you're just feeding that vibe. Don't feed that vibe, because if you feed that vibe, you have more reasons to be disappointed. Find another vibe to feed, okay? Please. Please, please. Cancers, star card. Cancers, I really like what you're doing here. You do have some poor me energy going on, but you've also got the star card, and you're not sitting in that poor me energy very long because you're looking around at, okay, yep, that was a bummer. What can I hope for? How can I heal this situation? How can I make this situation better? What can I do to turn this around? So good for you, Cancers. Next up, we're looking at Leo. Leo, Leo. Two of Cups coming up in reverse for Leo. Leos, this is really interesting energy because it talks about this idea that you have something in your life that you care about greatly. However, there's always a however, isn't there? However, not so much anymore. It's like the glitter has worn off, the new is worn off. Now, where you used to be attracted to that thing or that person or that activity, now you're realizing you would rather not be drawn in by it, spend time with it, try to get to know it better, or just be involved with it at all. There's a little bit of pity party energy showing up here. I think that what's going on here is you're feeling like, feeling like, why did I get sucked in for so long? Why did I waste so much time, energy, money, effort, whatever it is? Stop that. You learned something from this. There were definitely things that you learned from this. Let that be the why and just move forward. Okay? Let's see here. That was Leo. Next up, we're looking at Virgo. Virgo, King of Wands showing up. Virgo, yes, you have something that's been disappointing. And I think that, there's been a little pity party energy around it, but I don't think you're staying in that pity party energy. I think you're picking yourself right up and moving forward with what makes you excited and makes your eyes shine. Good for you. Libra. Ace of Wands, very similar to Virgo. Yes, there is a disappointment. You're kind of taking it in stride. You're going, well, yeah, but that leaves time open. Now I can go do this thing or participate in that thing or go see this person. And so you're moving forward with it. You're not letting it hold you back. Scorpio, Scorpio, Sun card. What do I have to say, guys? The truth will set you free, even if it's a hard truth to hear. We do have pity party energy there, of course, but we also have the Sun card showing up as well. The Sun card is highly successful. It also talks about the truth coming through. So, yeah, we might have a little pity party, but we're having a pity party about the truth. And once we know the truth, we can act on the truth in a reasonable and rational way and bring balance back to our life. So, it's in progress. Bringing that balance back is in progress. Next up, we're looking at Sagittarius. Six of Cups coming up in reverse, Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, you're having a pity party for yourself because you've got some kind of bad memories that you're thinking about. Sometimes these bad memories come back with a person from the past carrying them in their briefcase. Sometimes we're just having bad memories, maybe even bad dreams. Some of you may even be having some bad dreams today. With that Four of Cups coming up, pity party energy, it can be a little bit of like whenever I wake up, I'm having a hard time shaking this energy off. Get in the shower, do a little dancing, crank your music. Don't let it impact your daytime and your nighttime too. Okay? Sagittarius. Capricorn. Next up, Capricorn. Two of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Capricorn, you've got a lot on your plate. Looks like some of it may be falling through the cracks, and you're kind of beating up on yourself for the idea that some of it fell through the cracks. You're only human. Keep your expectations. Don't expect yourself to be doing miracles. Expect a lot of yourself, but don't expect yourself to be doing miracles. And don't beat up on yourself when something falls through the cracks for very good reasons, which they wouldn't fall through the cracks for anything but very good reasons with you guys. Next up, we're looking at Aquarius. Aquarius, Devil card showing up here. Okay, so Aquarius, you've got something coming up here that is causing you fear. It could be an addiction, a temptation, some type of toxicity. It could be a toxic relationship. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. When I was a little girl going to Catholic school, we had a pastor for a while named Father Frankie. And Father Frankie was an amazing pastor. He was very much in touch with the people in the church. And I remember one time he did a sermon and he talked about the devil and he talked about the power that the devil has over us. And he really made it clear that the devil really doesn't have any power over us unless we give it to him. And so the devil will try to cause fear. And then whenever we're fearful, then the devil can influence us. And if you ever sit down and think about it, you know that it makes a lot of sense because when people are fearful, when they're insecure, they do things that really kind of shoot themselves in the foot. When we do things that are courageous or that, just are not, are done out of love, then those are the things that really bring good fruit into the world and into our own lives. And so when we have the devil show up on the table, for me, the first thing I always think of is I hear Father Frankie talking about the only power the devil has over us is that whatever we give him when he makes us fearful. So, same thing for you. Don't let fear creep in. If you catch yourself being fearful of something, ask yourself, why is this something that's so scary? Next question is it realistic to be this scared of this? Next question is, what would I do if the worst case scenario of this thing happened? And then that realization that there's something you could do, because there always is, helps to put some of that fear, make it step back a few feet. Just knowing that the world's not going to end if this fear thing happens, that there's something that you can do and that you would do automatically. So don't let the devil get you with just something like fear. And with this whole pity party thing, this talks about the idea of the devil sucks you into whatever toxicity he has on his little silver platter for you today. And then you feel bad about it. You're beating up on yourself for falling into that trap. Just remember, he doesn't have any power unless you give it to him. The enemy of fear is information. Have the information about what we could do about a fearful situation, then so fearful. Get your information. Ask yourself those questions. What would I do if that happened? Is this even a rational fear? You don't have to be under bondage to fear. Nobody does. Not everybody knows that. Now you do. All right, so who was that anyway? That was Aquarius. Next up, we're looking at Pisces. Pisces, Pisces. Queen of Swords coming up for you guys. Pisces, I like your attitude. So you've got the whole pity party thing going on, but then you've also got the Queen of Swords. Look at that. Turning the back on the pity party. You're saying, well, yep, that was fun. Now it's over. I'm not going to keep this pity party going. Yes, there's been, what am I looking for? Disappointments. That's the word I need. Yes, there's been disappointments, but I can think my way through this. I can figure out what to do next, where to go from here. Okay, so we see you putting together a plan. We see you putting together a plan. And I'm going to tell you too, Pisces, part of your motivation is because you want to help other people. You want to lift them up and encourage them. And so you're putting together a plan because of that. That's what's keeping you going. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for spending some of your precious time with me here today. I do appreciate it so much. Remember, put a thumbs up on this video if you found it helpful. Share it with others who also might find it helpful. And put a comment down below. All of that stuff helps me with the logarithm to get this video out to more and more people. And that makes me happy, happy, happy. And of course, I'm looking forward to reading for some of you a little bit later, either on the phone or on the computer. Excuse me, on the internet, I should say. And the rest of you, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out.